it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Ryan. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Now Ryan on 1st down. Screen pass to Charles. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Muscles him off. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Play action. It's Ryan. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. A 1st down carry here for Charles. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
A swing pass caught. 23 yards on the play. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Anthony Sherman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now it's Watson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On the counter, it's Charles. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. On first down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
On second down, Jamal Charles. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid on picking up a first down.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense. Just better defense. I think you're right. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round.
Freeman again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
They go play action now. Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Tech McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Now a handoff. This is Charles. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 4-6 defense. They were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Here's Ryan. Buying time, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A run here with Pierce. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that was a gutsy call. In today's NFL, that is a passing down, but they broke tendency and in a big way, and they were rewarded with a big run. Now they're set up with 1st and goal. Got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator. He didn't play it safe, took a chance, and it paid off.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Another shot here for Charles. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and goal. They'll let Charles try and get him in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jamal Charles with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tyler Lockett as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with Charles. He finds an opening past the 40. Jamal Charles, nobody in front, past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jamal Charles in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. What a spin. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We got some football to get to. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the areas and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a first down throw, Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
It'll be Charles again. He has been the workhorse tonight. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play action. Ryan looking downfield for Dez. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us. And
the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. Dances by him. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And this one through the uprights and good. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Off the play fake, here's Ryan. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a 20th carry here for Jamal Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A dump off for Charles. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Coming right, this is Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now it's Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Ryan. He completes it to Bryant. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to...
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They run it. It's Charles. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jamal Charles, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second is Watson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I get the thought process. Third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's got Lockett. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Here we go. What? 90.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On second down, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Charles. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Again, it's Charles. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a give, right side, Charles. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for... And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Charles. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll run. This is Pierce. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Bucs on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Try and 38. Try and 38. Flex round.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Ohio. Flex round.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that